Hey everyone, welcome to the Raghu Reddy Show, the number one show for financial advisors. On this episode, I have an awesome guest, and her name is Kerinjeet Kaur. Karen, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mr. Raghu. Nice to be here.
It's wonderful to have you on the show, Karen. So, where are you located, Karen?
I live in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Wow, fantastic, fantastic. Where the Twin Towers are there, right?
Yes.
So, neighboring country, that's where I'm situated, like in
Yeah.
Singapore. Wow,
Yeah, do
fantastic.
visit us.
Okay, so what do you do, Karen?
I'm specialized in helping business owners and busy parents in protecting their income and also their well-being, their well-preservations, and early retirement so they all can live life of abundance.
Wow, that's really awesome. Fantastic, fantastic. And
Yes.
what made you to come into this field?
I had my own reason, basically. I've worked many years of my life building my career, and I thought I will retire with it, but that it didn't happen that way. I lost my job. I got retrenched, and it came to a point when I realized I couldn't get a job anywhere else because of my age. It became a barrier. So I had to think of something. And then I also realized I've also seen some of my friends losing jobs. There are multiple people losing jobs many times. So I felt that something has to be done. Someone has to educate out there to tell others how to live our life again, then starting back to zero. So I think that is why I came into this field to educate and create knowledge to everybody, so it's not all about having a job, but protection is also very important.
Well, not only protecting your income or protecting your wealth, but also building wealth, right?
Yes, true.
Wow,
It's very important.
wow, wow. What a noble profession you're in. Fantastic, fantastic. So, you see, whenever people talk about insurance, as insurance is one of the products as part of the solution that you probably provide as a financial advisor. When people hear about insurance, the word insurance, there's a lot of stigma attached to it. So, what's the reaction of the people when they hear about the word insurance?
Most of the time people will say, okay, I'll come back to you. They try to avoid talking to you, but the myths that I hear from them is, I already have an insurance, I don't want to look into it anymore, or I have family members who are already doing it and I think I'm well secured, so I don't want to know about it. I think these are very common myths that I get from everybody, the rejections that I get. But I think it's fair for us to tell them there's a lot of things to see in that insurance. It's not about just protecting yourself, but there's more to it. And how do you build your wealth is very important. It's actually a mean to an end, right? So basically, it's like you need to have a good wealth to secure yourself in when you get retired. I think that's very important. And so yeah, so if you are not secured today, when are you going to be secured? When you're already at 70, 60, 70, I think it's too late. So you better to do it now. We also need to know the problem here is when we talk about insurance, right? People get scared. They think they're going to be scammed. So they don't really look into the whole bigger picture of what is insurance is all about. So I think here is where we come in, and then we have to educate and tell them how insurance actually work. How do you preserve your wealth? I think that's very important. And how do you carry it towards your legacy? Because you have your loved ones and you also have to make sure that they're well secured. So how does insurance work in all this? Well, how the investment comes in? How do you protect your wealth? I think all this is something that everybody needs to know. A knowledge has to be spread to everybody so they understand what this insurance is all about.
So what you're saying that is, traditionally people always think of building wealth means okay, buy property, but today there are so many options. Financial instruments are available, and insurance is one of the financial instrument that can be used to build generational wealth.
Yes.
Wow, fantastic, fantastic. You see, most of the time when we talk about insurance or when people hear about insurance, they think that it's an expense. What's your take on that?
It's like expense. It's not really. I mean, you are paying to make sure you have a good future, right? So you're actually securing your future. So, I mean, a small investment is only certain percentage of your salary that you're going to invest. So why not? Because you need to protect yourself. It's not like it shouldn't be too late and then you realize that you have no protection. You don't have finance ability over there. You don't have that kind of abundance to live for your freedom. So I think you should start now as soon as possible.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Fantastic.
Just imagine, right? A lot of us are building wealth. But do you think the wealth will sustain? Have you ever thought about it? Whether it sustains or not? Because what happens if suddenly you fall ill? Or something happens to you where you can't work any longer? What happens to your wealth? Is it going to be there for you? But what can insurance do? Insurance will make sure that you have the wealth always there, ready for you. So why not? Why don't you go for it? What is that to lose? So I think that is very important. So what you're going to do is, are you going to just save the money for yourself and work hard for it until you fall in, or are you going to let insurance do for you the job?
Well, that's right, Karen. Most people don't understand this. You see, just recently I was having a conversation with a 90-year-old uncle, and he was telling me, he told me, one of the greatest advice he gave me, of course, which I also knew, is that don't keep your money in the bank, he said. Then I asked him, okay, where should we keep it then? He said, put it into an instrument, into a financial instrument where it can give you cash flow every month. And he says, look, I'm at 90 plus, and every month, on the second of every month, I receive a check. Like it's just like passive income coming for me. I don't have, and I've not been working for last 30 years, but I'm getting every month a check because I had invested into these financial products. And that's the greatest advice I got, Karen.
Well, that's good. I mean, yeah, I guess there are people who know exactly how to do investment the right way, right? So I'm sure he would have used insurance to invest himself. And yeah, so that's a good start for him that he knows that he's getting some money every month and he don't have to worry anymore.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, Karen, as an expert advisor, what do you think people should do, to really secure their financial future? How should they go about it?
I believe if they really want to look into it, right, they should call people like us. We are the advisors, so we will be there to assist and help them to secure their financial. And I think that's the best way to do because if you were to, most of us right now, what we do is we actually Google. We use Mr. Google a lot.
Or
We
Chat
put
GPT?
there, yeah, or yes, ChatGPT or whatever we have nowadays, right? Everything's about AI. So we use that and we read up and then we think that, oh, we know everything. But it's not that way. If you call the financial advisor, we'll be able to tell you exactly what you need to do with the money you have and how do you invest it so that, in future you will be getting all the returns and you'll be happy with it and you don't have to worry anymore. Your financial freedom is there and you don't have to worry when you get retrenched where the money is going to come. So I think that's why you need to have people like us to come in and explain in detail so you understand better and then we move from there.
Well, that's really good. Fantastic, fantastic. That's awesome. You see, Karen, most of the time we receive calls, cold calls, saying that do you want this insurance product, that insurance product. It really turns people off. So, what's different with you? So, how do you approach this financial planning, and how would you, if someone came to you, how would you go about helping them?
It's a very interesting question, actually. Yeah. So basically, is of course we don't jump direct to the product. If there's somebody were to call or we were to call them, we don't say, "Oh, I'm going to sell this product to you." I think that's where everybody gets very annoyed and they hang up. But we need to understand what are their needs first. So we analyze their financial needs. Getting to understand what are their concerns and what do they need and what are they expecting in long term because I think that's very important because we can't predict what's going to happen in future. So at least we know what are their concerns and what they want to achieve. And based on all that, and then we will plan out for them. And we plan it. Normally, I don't plan alone. I plan with them because it's very important for them to know as well what are they getting into. Because if they don't know, it's very difficult. So then they don't know what they're purchasing. At least if we go together, we explain and make them understand better, then they know what are the types of the risks they may have, or what are they going to achieve in years to come. So I think that is very important. Planning insurance is not one way. It has to be two way. It has to be between the client and the advisor to do it together, and they have to agree to the terms that this is what I want and this is what I'm willing to pay for. I think that is very important.
Wow, fantastic, fantastic. That's really awesome. You're actually, analyzing what they really need and want, and based on their financial goals, you're providing solutions. That's really
Yes.
fantastic, fantastic. How are you preparing yourself to meet the challenges in the future so that you can serve your clients better?
Obviously, there's a lot of challenges, but we have to overcome all the challenges. So basically, I meet up with my clients and go through their financial goals again to see whether there's anything to be upgraded, or they're happy with whatever they have, or whether their understanding is still there on whatever their financial goals are. I think that's very important. I also upgrade my knowledge, whether it's on technology or solutions or products. So I think with all this additional knowledge, it's good for me to share with my clients so they also understand what's going on out there and they can make a better decision when it comes to their financial goals.
Wow, really fantastic, fantastic, awesome, awesome. So, Karen, what's your vision for the future?
My vision is very, very simple. Basically, it's just to make sure that everybody has a financial goal and they are sound and secured for their future so that they don't have to go through all the hassles that we are going through now, especially, when it comes to people who are going to retire soon. At least they are financially secured and they have all the freedom to live their life freely.
Well, that's well said and really fantastic, Karen. And that's a very great vision you have. Most of the people, think that retirement can be done after I reach 50. It's okay. They keep postponing retirement. So, what's your take on that?
No, we should start as early as possible.
How early?
It should come from your childhood itself. Your parents should start securing for yourself. And also, not only the parents should do their role for the kids, and also those who are young adults who starts to work, if they can start securing themselves from that age, it'll be very good because at that time, when you start working, you have the income to start off with. So I think that is where you do it immediately. Don't wait till too late. Do it as soon as possible.
And also, the investments will be much, much smaller, right? When you start at
Yes.
a young age, right?
Correct.
Well,
And you can end it, you can even have like 5 years or 10 years paying term, and then you don't have to pay anymore, and then secure your policy for the rest of your life.
right,
I think
right.
that is very important.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, what you're basically saying is that, the best time to start is when you get your first paycheck. If you've
Yes.
not done that, then the next best time is now, right?
Yes, definitely.
Wow,
You should.
that's
I
great.
regretted for not doing that, and I think I should advise everybody to do it.
Right, right. Fantastic, fantastic,
Oh
awesome.
yeah, my kids are also doing it. The minute they got their first paycheck, they already started it off.
Wow, wow. That's
Yeah.
really putting the thing into practice. Fantastic,
Yeah, you have to start
fantastic.
from your home before you ask others to do it.
Very good. Love that, love that. Fantastic, fantastic. So, Karen, what would be your advice to a newcomer to this field?
Interesting. I think the most important thing is don't give up. Never give up. If you are so into it, just do it. Success will come to you, but never give up. Work hard, work smart, work professionally, very important, build the trust, and you're there. You will be successful.
Wow, fantastic advice. Really awesome, awesome, awesome. So, Kiran, if somebody wants to reach out for your services, how they can get in touch with you?
It's very easy. Social media is all there, right? So I'm on Facebook, I'm LinkedIn, I'm on Instagram. Just message me over there or even email me. I'm just there for you.
Wow, fantastic, fantastic. So, people can reach out to you on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and Instagram. Okay,
Yes,
fantastic,
definitely.
fantastic. So, Karen, it was really wonderful talking to you, learning about your awesome journey as a financial advisor. and how you're helping, business owners and busy parents to protect their income, to build their wealth, protect their wealth, and even retire early and leave a financial legacy. And you're doing an awesome job. I wish you all the very best to,
Thank
you know,
you.
to help more people secure their financial future and achieve their financial goals. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you, Mr. Raghu. Thank you for having me here today.